Every year during Qingming, countless people, carrying their longing and filial piety, visit the graves of their ancestors to perform rituals, burn incense and paper offerings, thereby expressing their mourning and remembrance. Across the country, smoke from burning joss paper fills the sky. People believe that the ashes of these paper offerings reach the spirit world, aiding their deceased loved ones in improving their conditions. However, can these ashes of burnt paper drifting into the sky truly help the deceased loved ones? Many people, with sincere filial piety, burn large amounts of paper money, not realizing that this practice may not only be ineffective, but sometimes even produce negative effects. In the wisdom of the Dharma, Kṣitigarbha Bodhisattva, as the great vow Bodhisattva who delivers beings from hell, has long revealed that what a king truly needs is not illusory paper money, but something else altogether. Have you ever wondered whether the burning joss paper truly reaches the king of the underworld? What is it that the king truly needs? In the Kṣitigarbha Bodhisattva's original vow sutra, a thought-provoking story is recorded. When Sakyamuni Buddha was preaching the Dharma of liberation to the celestial beings of the Tvetisa heaven and Kṣitigarbha Bodhisattva, he mentioned a person named Guangmu. After his mother's passing, his heart was filled with doubt and unease, uncertain about how she was faring in another realm. Thus, he followed worldly customs, continuously burning joss paper, hoping to provide for his mother's needs in the netherworld. However, he never truly knew whether these spirit money offerings could actually be received and used by his mother. The Bodhisattva's compassion is infinite. My mother passed away long ago, and I often burn joss paper for her, but I am unsure whether this practice truly benefits her. With a heart full of worries, the woman with luminous eyes sought guidance from Kṣitigarbha Bodhisattva. His question may also be the doubt in the hearts of many people today. The response of Kṣitigarbha Bodhisattva is profoundly thought-provoking. Good man, though the custom of burning paper before expresses the longing for the deceased cannot truly receive or use these illusory items. If one truly wishes to help the deceased, one should understand their actual situation in the intermediate state. This statement reveals a truth that many are reluctant to face. The joss paper we burn may never actually reach the deceased. So, what exactly is the condition of the deceased? What do they truly need? The record of Kṣitigarbha Bodhisattva explains that during the intermediate state, the deceased will be reborn in different realms according to their karma from their previous life. If one performs many good deeds during their lifetime, after death they may ascend to the heavenly realms or be reborn as a human. If one creates much negative karma during their lifetime, they may fall into the lower realms and suffer. In the Kṣitigarbha Sutra, chapter on observing the karmic connections of living beings, the Bodhisattva continues by stating that the Buddha clearly pointed out that the deceased, according to the karmic retribution they experience, if they committed evil deeds in their past life, will inevitably fall into the evil realms. At this time, only relatives can perform restoration rituals for him, which can help eliminate his karmic offenses. However, merely burning paper money does not belong to this category of merit. This passage makes us understand a key point. The condition of the deceased entirely depends on the karma accumulated during their lifetime, not on how much paper money their relatives burn after their death. This may overturn the understanding of many, but it is precisely the law of cause and effect in Buddhism. So, why shouldn't we casually burn joss paper? Kṣitigarbha Bodhisattva pointed out 3 important reasons. Firstly, spirit money is essentially illusory and cannot be practically used by sentient beings. The Bodhisattva candidly stated that if sentient beings have accumulated merit after death, they will naturally lack no clothing or food. If they have no merit, no matter how much paper money is burned, it is futile, like playing the lute to a cow, utterly meaningless. This sentence reveals the essence of burning paper money. The blessings of the deceased come from the good deeds performed during their lifetime, not from the paper money offered by relatives after death. Imagine if spirit money could truly be used in the underworld. Then wouldn't the deceased's relatives be able to easily alter the fate of the departed? This clearly violates the law of cause and effect. Secondly, excessive attachment to performing rituals for the deceased beforehand can actually affect their rebirth. The Bodhisattva explains that excessive grief and attachment from relatives can disturb the consciousness of the deceased, making it difficult for them to find peace and successfully transition to their next rebirth. In the Kṣitigarbha Bodhisattva Sutra, it is mentioned that during the first 7 days after death, the deceased are in a state of confusion, uncertain of life and death. Only by cultivating merit for them at this time can one truly benefit. This passage reveals a shocking truth. Our excessive mourning and attachment not only fail to aid the deceased, but may also disturb their consciousness. This is like a person about to embark on a new journey, yet hindered by the tears and sorrow of loved ones, finding it difficult to take firm steps forward. Finally, indiscriminately burning large quantities of paper money can create new problems. The Bodhisattva emphasizes that if burning paper money causes harm, it not only fails to benefit the deceased, but also increases one's own karmic obstacles. Indeed, every year during the Qingming festival, fires caused by burning joss paper are frequently reported, and a large amount of pollution generated from the burning also places a burden on the environment. If we commit potentially harmful acts in the name of filial piety, not only will we fail to help the deceased, but we may also accumulate new negative karma for ourselves. After listening to the words of Kṣitigarbha Bodhisattva, Guangmu and others were profoundly shocked. Many people's traditional beliefs nurtured since childhood were completely overturned. He asked eagerly, "What does the king truly need? How can I help my father escape suffering?" This question led to a deeper contemplation. If burning paper money is not the correct way, then what truly helps the king? Kṣitigarbha Bodhisattva compassionately answered, as recorded in the Kṣitigarbha Bodhisattva Sutra in the chapter on benefits and perdition, that if one cultivates merit and performs virtuous deeds for the king can receive 1/3 of the benefits. This is the true method to help the deceased. This passage reveals a fundamental truth. By cultivating merit and performing virtuous deeds, one can truly help the deceased. But what exactly is merit, and how does one perform good deeds? These questions remain doubts in the minds of many. The daughter of the luminous mother also had the same confusion. She asked further, "Please, Bodhisattva, explain in detail what exactly should be done and what constitutes true merit." Kṣitigarbha Bodhisattva patiently explains that you can make offerings to the 3 jewels, practice life release, abstain from consuming the poor and needy, and recite sutras and mantras for kings. All of these actions generate genuine merit. Especially, reciting the Kṣitigarbha Sutra, the Amitabha Sutra, or chanting the Buddha's name possesses inconceivable power. The Bodhisattva further explains that in this Sutra of the Earth Store Bodhisattva, it is mentioned that at the time of death, relatives hang banners and canopies, light oil lamps, recite scriptures, offer offerings to Buddha statues, or chant the names of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas so that the dying person can hear them. Even beings who have committed bad karma can thereby eliminate their sins and avoid falling into unfortunate realms. These words are all practical methods to aid those who are striving to advance. It is not about burning illusory joss paper, but about accumulating genuine blessings for the deceased through actual good deeds and merits. This approach not only genuinely aids the deceased, but also accumulates good karma for the living, achieving 2 benefits with 1 action. However, the man still harbored doubts in his heart and said, "Bodhisattva, you say that burning paper money is of no benefit. What the deceased truly need are merits. What exactly is merit? What is it that a true ruler truly needs?" This question touches upon a deeper essence. What do true kings truly need? Why do people cling to burning paper money, yet neglect more important matters? The expression of Kṣitigarbha Bodhisattva became solemn, and his tone grew more grave. "Good men, casually burning paper money during the Qingming festival is not only useless, but sometimes even harmful. I have manifested countless beings in the hell realms and have personally witnessed many people who, despite their children burning large amounts of paper money, continue to suffer in hell. Some royal remarks deeply shocked Guangnan and should also make us reflect. No matter how much spirit money is burned, if the deceased falls into a lower realm due to their karma, their situation cannot be changed. Conversely, if the deceased are aided through proper means, they may attain liberation even without the burning of joss paper. Bodhisattva, why is this so? Could it be that joss paper truly serves no purpose? The question from the mother and daughter reflects the confusion in the hearts of many. Kṣitigarbha Bodhisattva compassionately explains that joss paper is merely an illusory worldly object, like flowers in a mirror or the moon reflected in water. The deceased cannot truly receive or use it. Sentient beings, caught in the cycle of samsara across the 6 realms, are drawn by dependent origination during the night, a force beyond the influence of external objects. This passage reveals a profound meaninglessness. The state of the deceased is entirely determined by the karma accumulated during their lifetime, not by how much paper money their relatives burn after death. The issue concerning the luminous mother and daughter is becoming increasingly urgent. If that is the case, what do the deceased truly need during the Qingming festival ceremonies? Why do people insist on burning paper money, neglecting the genuine needs of the departed? Kṣitigarbha Bodhisattva's gaze deepens, as if able to perceive the true nature of samsara and the cycle of life and death. Good man, I will tell you what the deceased truly need. These things are millions of times more precious than all the wealth in the world and can truly change the destiny of the deceased. And this is precisely what most people overlook during the Qingming festival when making offerings. Hearing this, the child of Guangmu joined hands in reverence and knelt respectfully, beseeching, greatly compassionate and merciful Kṣitigarbha Bodhisattva, please kindly reveal what truly benefits the deceased, something more valuable than what has been done before. How may I obtain these to do my mother? Kṣitigarbha Bodhisattva looked at the devoutly kneeling child, his voice solemn yet gentle, understanding what the deceased truly need. It is not material items such as joss paper, but 3 kinds of precious intangible spiritual resources. First, what a ruler requires is the accumulation of merit and wholesome roots. The Bodhisattva arrives gradually. Merit cannot be purchased with money. It is accumulated through sincere and genuine virtuous deeds. When you give alms to the poor, assist the sick, make offerings to the 3 jewels, build temples, and print sutras in the name of the king, the merit generated from these actions can genuinely transform the king's destiny. Even the smallest good deed, if done sincerely, can benefit the deceased. For example, releasing a fish, rescuing an injured bird, or providing a meal to a hungry person. These seemingly small acts can, in the mysterious workings of karma, accumulate merit for the deceased. The Bodhisattva's words caused the mother and daughter to fall into deep contemplation. They had never realized that these simple acts of kindness could truly help the mother more than burning countless joss paper offerings. Secondly, what the king needs is a favorable rebirth. Kṣitigarbha Bodhisattva continues to teach that after death, sentient beings' consciousness becomes confused, uncertain of where to go. At this moment, if one can recite sutras and chant the Buddha's name for the king, especially the Kṣitigarbha Sutra or the Amitabha Sutra, or sincerely recite Namo Amitabha Buddha, Namo Avalokiteshvara Bodhisattva, and Namo Kṣitigarbha Bodhisattva, it can guide the king along the path of light. When you sincerely recite, the sounds of the scriptures and Buddha's name can penetrate the underworld, bringing comfort and guidance to the lineage of kings. Especially the Buddha name, Namo Amichuofo, possesses incredible power, capable of assisting the deceased in being reborn in the Western Pure Land of ultimate bliss, thereby forever freeing them from the suffering of the 6 realms of cyclic existence. The daughter of the bright mother suddenly remembered that she had never chanted sutras for her mother, but only mindlessly burned paper money, causing her to weep uncontrollably. Bodhisattva, I have always believed that burning paper money was fulfilling filial piety, but I never expected that what truly helps my mother are the things I've never done. Thirdly, and most importantly, what the deceased needs is the merit of wisdom. The voice of Kṣitigarbha Bodhisattva grew even deeper. The so-called wisdom merit refers to the wisdom that helps those seeking rebirth understand the truth of life and death. When you study the Dharma, understand cause and effect, and dedicate this wisdom to those who have passed away, you can truly help them liberate from the cycle of birth and death. The essence of birth and death is not annihilation, but transformation. Sentient beings create karma due to ignorance, and due to the force of karma, they undergo cyclic existence. If one can see the essence beyond phenomena and understand that all is created by the mind, one can transcend birth and death. This wisdom is more precious than any worldly wealth. The Bodhisattva's words awakened the Mother of Light as if from a deep dream. Bodhisattva, I understand. What the deceased truly need are not paper money, but the three kinds of spiritual resources: merit, rebirth in the Pure Land, and wisdom. This is truly the treasure that can help them break free from suffering. Kṣitigarbha Bodhisattva nodded and smiled gently. Virtuous woman, you have already realized the truth. From now on, do not merely burn paper money on the Qingming festival. Instead, one should perform good deeds and accumulate merit in the name of the deceased, chant sutras and recite the Buddha's name, and cultivate wisdom. Doing so not only truly helps those who are reborn, but also accumulates merit and blessings for oneself. Remember, the truest form of worship is not a ritual of formality, but the sincerity and compassion within the heart. When you harbor compassion and practice virtue, those who have passed away will surely feel your intention. Compared to millions of sheets of joss paper, such offerings are the true expression of filial piety. At this moment, the light mother and daughter finally found release. Tears mingled with gratitude. The Bodhisattva expressed thanks for your teachings, saying, I have finally understood what the deceased truly need for a successful rebirth. From now on, I will change the way I perform rituals and use the proper methods to assist my mother. Kṣitigarbha Bodhisattva kindly gazed at Guangu and her daughter, saying, Mountain woman, your awakening will bring about even greater transformation. When you assist the deceased in the proper manner, not only does the departed benefit, but you also accumulate merit yourself. This is the wondrous aspect of the Dharma. In caring for the deceased, one is also caring for oneself. Moreover, once you understand this principle, you should not only practice it yourself, but also share it with others. Sentient beings in the world, due to ignorance, become attached to the act of burning paper talismans. If one understands the true nature of this practice and performs ceremonies in the proper way, it can not only genuinely aid the departed, but also reduce waste and pollution, achieving multiple benefits simultaneously. The daughter of the luminous mother respectfully replied, Bodhisattva, I will definitely convey this truth to more people, so that everyone understands what the departed truly need and changes their perception of burning paper money during the Qingming festival. This not only truly helps the departed loved ones, but also makes our world a better place. Bodhisattva Kṣitigarbha finally concluded, Good maiden, remember the words I have spoken today. Qingming festival is not only for expressing grief, but more importantly to genuinely assist the deceased in their afterlife journey. Burning paper money is merely a formality. What the deceased truly need are the three kinds of spiritual resources: merit, rebirth in the Pure Land, and wisdom. When offerings are made in the proper manner, the deceased will certainly receive genuine benefits. May you use this wisdom to aid not only your father, but also many other departed beings. This is true laughter, and it is also true great compassion. The Mother of Light and her daughter deeply kowtowed, expressing their profound gratitude for the Bodhisattva's teachings. From then on, he no longer merely burned joss paper, but practiced tabri and accumulated merit in the name of a king, reciting sutras and chanting the Buddha's name, cultivating wisdom, and truly helping his mother attain liberation. This story teaches us that the Qingming festival's rituals honoring rulers should not be limited to the mere burning of paper money. Instead, one should understand what the rulers truly need to express our filial piety and remembrance in the proper way. When we understand that what the departed truly need are the three kinds of spiritual resources, merit, rebirth in a favorable realm, and wisdom, our manner of performing rituals will undergo a fundamental transformation. This change will not only genuinely assist the deceased, but also accumulate blessings and merits for ourselves and for the world. As the next Qingming festival approaches, perhaps we could try to change the way we perform memorial rituals, not merely burning paper money, but doing something truly meaningful in the name of the departed. Such rituals are the best way to honor the messenger and the greatest inspiration to the living. May we all understand this truth and express our longing and filial piety in the right way, so that the Qingming festival is no longer just a day filled with smoke, but a festival filled with wisdom and compassion.